Welcome to 30 minutes of core and glutes. Grab your Accu-Ball and let's get started. So we're going to warm up our feet. We're going to go through a little bit of an activation for our body, and then we'll focus on our core and our glutes today. So rolling out through your feet. Cold winter day. Pressing down through different aspects of the foot and breathing. I like to place the ball of my foot on top of the Accu-Ball and press my heel into the ground. And switch sides. Rolling out through the foot, standing tall. And then pressing down through different aspects of the foot, and then place the ball of the foot on top of the Accu-Ball, heel on the ground, and you can bend into that, bending at the ankle. Or you can remain with your legs straight, and you're going to feel a deeper stretch in your calf. Reaching up through the crown of the head. All right, putting that ball off to the side, we're going to do a little shake. Shake it out, bounce and shake. I like to start with a small one where my heels stay on the ground, just bouncing through the knees. And then inhale, sweep the arms up overhead and back down. And inhale up and down. Up and down. One more. Let's circle the ankles and the wrists. And switch direction. And tuck the toes underneath, and we'll bend and straighten, opening up the front of the foot. And switch. Feeling really grateful this morning for a body that is able to move and exercise. So important to me and my well-being. Tuck the toes under, bend and straighten. And then flip the toes the other way and bend and straighten. And release. Good. Come to the end of the mat, and we're going to walk on our heels. Pull your toes up, feet off the ground, and just walk on your heels, and then walk back. Without sticking your bum out, so stand tall, and again. And back. And then come onto your tippy toes. Same idea. So try not to stick your bum out. Stand really tall like you're carrying a book on your head. And come back to center. Okay, we're going to march. Marching. Start to fire up your lower abdominals. Lift your pelvic floor muscle. Draw your belly button in. And so working your corset muscle, the muscle that wraps around your core. Lean back in your heels versus leaning forward. Lean back in the heels more. Good. 3, 2, 1. Kick heel to bum. Kick, kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the arms out to the side. And we're going to balance, bringing that left leg out to the side. Stand tall, reach up through the crown of the head. And back behind you. And then bring the leg in front. And we'll switch out to the side. And back behind. And in front. Belly in. 3, 2, and 1. If you have a Pilates ring, you're going to grab it. And we're going to move into some TikToks with our ring. So we're going to place the ring on the outside of our ankle, the lower leg, arms out to the side. And if you don't have one, you can do the traditional TikToks. So pressing into the ring, you're going to fire up more of your outer hip muscles. And just notice if you're starting to lean forward into your toes, lean back slightly until your core kicks on. So pause and then come back. Pause, whoa, and come back. And we're going to switch. So squeeze it on the inside of your lower leg. Squeeze and side to side. Try to pause. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, let's do just a few of our normal TikToks together. Turn your toes out. Turn your toes in. And come back to center. Good, shake that out. That's a lot for the hips. Good work. Let's move to the arms. So we're going to bring the arms up. One arm forward, one arm back. Slow and controlled. Slow it down. And switch. And come back to center. Cross your hands over your shoulders. And you're going to create a figure 8 in your rib cage. So moving, or if you were paddling, right? So paddling with this, but we're going to make it a little bit more subtle, and it's going to come from our rib cage without shrugging your shoulders up. And then backwards. And come back to center. Good work. Okay, let's rotate our ribs. So we're going to rotate to the right. Hips stay square in front of you and to the left. Notice how you can't get very far. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, join me on the ground. Make sure that you have a yoga block, a light weight, and your Pilates ring and a band nearby. All right, so come on to your back. And settle into the ground. Take a few breaths. We're going to start to firm up our lower belly. And without shifting the pelvis, We're going to lift the right leg up into tabletop. Place it down. Anchor the right side of the pelvis and then lift the left leg up and down. If you want to gaze to your hips to notice if you can keep them level as you march your legs up and down. Your pelvis is in a neutral position, so there's a small curl in your or curve in your lower back. You can just hold your head here to make sure and check in that you are keeping your pelvis neutral. Keep going. Three, 2, and 1. And release. Place the hands behind your head or reach them towards your heels. We're going to curl up and down. Curling. Pull the belly button down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Reach for your ring and place the ring between your thighs. Inner thighs, squeeze in and out. If you don't have a ring, grab a pillow, in and out, squeeze. But these are really handy. You can get them off the internet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the squeeze. Hold it. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Grab your band now. Place it on the outside, just above your knees. Okay, so you're going to put pressure out into the band. We're going to press into the feet and lift the hips up. Putting pressure into the band activates more hip muscles, which actually makes this move easier. It feels easier because more muscles are participating in creating the movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Hold it up. Lower the right hip a couple inches and raise it, and left and right. Just a few inches. Tilting the hip to the right and then to the left. Use your muscles to tilt, tilt, tilt. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pressing out into that band, we're going to bring both legs up into tabletop and down. So shifting the work into our core. If you're feeling this too much in your lower back, just move your legs away from you, your knees away from you, a couple of inches, and you're going to feel your core kick in. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. If you want to add to this, we're going to curl up. Keep pushing out into the band. 2 more. 1 more. And release, but keep the legs here. So release your head, arms out to the side, keep the legs where they are, lower the legs over to the right and to the left. Keep pressing out into the band. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Hold. 3, 2. You're going to feel your opposite obliques switch over to the right. or to the left. You're gonna feel your right obliques. 3, 2, and switch. Up and over and switch. And release. Awesome. Hands behind your head. So take the band off. Place your hands behind your head. We're going to ab curl up and down. Now start pulling down underneath your armpits. So these muscles called serratus. So you want serratus anterior, you want them to activate. They're going to help you curl your spine. One more. And release. Okay, rolling over onto your side. We're going to squeeze in a little upper body shoulder stability exercise before we go back to our hips. Now your core is working here because it has to stabilize your spine. So you don't get to relax it. I want you to lengthen your top waistline, stick your bum out behind you, stack your top arm on top of the bottom, and we're going to lift the arm up and down. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up and circle the arm. 3, 2, 1. Switch direction. And then palm faces your hip. We're going to go down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the elbow, internally rotate, externally rotate. Two, and 1, and release. Awesome. Straighten the legs. Give me a little lift. So I call this is our mermaid tail. Our legs are straight and we're lifting from our waistline, pulling up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend the knees and let's go into some more hip work. So lifting the top leg up and down. Lengthen your top waistline. Give me a little mouse house. So a little mouse could live underneath you, your waistline in the floor. And now we're going to go in and straighten. Squeeze the bum. 3, 2, 1. Hold it and lift it up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend the knees, bring the heels back. So we're going to go into our clam shells. Keep the feet together. Open the knee. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, we're going to switch sides. So come up and over to the other side. Stacking your arms, widen through your sit bones. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. We're going to lift up and down. So this shoulder sequence we're doing is really incredible for activating all the muscles, especially the smaller ones in the shoulder joint that tend to be underdeveloped and put us at risk for shoulder injury. So maintaining and continually doing this shoulder sequence is really good preventative activity, and also helps to strengthen. Hold the arm up and circle. And after living with 10 years of a lot of shoulder pain, and no one could really help me until I learned Pilates, and Pilates helped me heal because it helped me to find what manual, massage therapists or chiros or osteos don't do for us is they don't actually strengthen our muscles. We have to do that. But the system of Pilates is the only one I've discovered to date that is absolutely brilliant at activating the foundational muscle groups, switch direction. And so that's why I like to fuse my strength training background with my Pilates background to create these workouts so that we make sure that we activate the smaller muscle groups, which really get overlooked in the bigger strength training programs that are really popular these days. Okay, we're going to go down and up. Palm down to the hip and up. Three, two, and one. Good. And then elbow in. We're going to curl up and down. Three, two, and one. Okay. Straighten your legs for Mermaid Tail. Engage your core, and you're going to lift your legs up and down, and you're going to feel your waistline kick in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bend the knees again. We're going to go into our hip sequence. So I learned a version of this in grade 9, following the best instructor around Toronto to all the sports clubs of Canada. Before and after high school, I would do her classes, and I'd go to the weight room and then the squash and play squash. And this sequence, we're just doing part of the sequence. She taught me and the class, and I still use it. It's very effective for strengthening our outer hip muscles, which again, because of our daily activities, we don't tend to strengthen our outer hip muscles very much and really focus in on them. In and out with the leg. So how old was I? 15. I'm 39. Some things don't get old. Some things are really better left in the past. I'm talking about exercise programs. In and out. 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs straight. Lift it up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees again. Bring the heels back so they're in line with your bum. Open and close the knee. Top knee. Feet stick together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Amazing. All right, rolling over onto your stomach. Okay, so arms in front. We're going to lift opposite limbs. The head's going to rise up as well, so we're going to lift up and down. Think about lengthening your limbs more than lifting. Lengthen and lift. Now you want to tighten up your core. So pull your belly button up, away from the ground. Pull your ribs in. And that will prevent you from overextending into your lower back. Which in this pose, lots of people do. They think higher is better, and they start to overextend into the lower back, and they feel really sore here. So to prevent that, we're going to pull up on the lower belly. Keep pulling up on the lower belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little break. Look over to the right and breathe. Now we're going to go back. We're going to lift all four at the same time. So we're going to lift up, pull your elbows in, bring your elbows out to the side, pulse them up and down, and circle them. Bring your hands by your side, thumbs up, palms out, and pulse them up and down. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Anchor under your armpit muscles. Down. 3, 2, 1, and release. Release the head, bend the knees, squeeze the heels together. Pull the knees wide as the mat. Then you're going to try to press your heels together like you're fighting them to either side. You're going to really press into each other, activating our hamstrings. And then we're going to raise our knees up just a couple inches till we feel our bum kick in, not the lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. And release. Alrighty. All right, we are activating our body. One muscle at a time. Come on to all fours. Widen through your sit bones. Press down through your shins. Step your left foot back, right hand forward, and we're going to lift opposite limbs up and down. 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Center yourself. Step your right leg back, left arm forward. Keep reaching your ribs up away from the earth. Keep lifting up and out of the shoulder. The arm that's on the ground. 3, 2, 1. Hold and release. Coming into high plank. Shifting your feet back into high plank. We're going to drive right knee, right elbow, left knee, right, left elbow. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Push back into a child's pose, stretch that out. And come to sit on your bum. We're getting close. A few more things to go. Okay, so hands behind your head. Bring your legs into tabletop. We're going to bicycle. That's it. Keep twisting. Twist, twist, twist. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hands behind your legs. You're going to roll yourself up to a seated position. Balance. Balance on your bum. Toes are not touching. And now release your arms and hold. That's it. Hands behind your head. Create a C curve in your spine. Roll back and roll up. Balance on your hips. Hands in front and hold. And again, C curve back and up and hold. One more time, all the way back and stay up. Place your hands back behind you or your elbows back behind you, left foot on the ground. Straighten your right leg, hovered above the ground. We're going to lift it up and down, working our hip flexor. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Straighten the left leg, flex the foot, Pull the lower belly in. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch again. This time turn your toes out, leg out, up and down. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Rotate the left leg. Left toes out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming on to the side of your bum. How are we doing? We're going to bring our legs in front. So we're in this wide V. So the toes are slightly in front of hips, hands in front, or the right hand in front of hip. I'm on my right hip, right hand forward. Left arm up. You're either going to come up and down with one leg or both legs. It's up to you. Up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Okay. Straighten the legs. Arm up. So again, you can come up with one leg or two legs. It's up to you. It's harder with two. Here we go. Only do as many as feel good in your body. 2 more. 2 and 1. And release. Come up to a kneeling position. Okay, so more obliques. Tighten up, firming up our waist. Now this one will work the entire corset. So you want to imagine there's a corset around you, tightening up. And you do have a muscle that's just like that. It's your deepest abdominal muscle. And join me in extending your left leg out to the side slowly. So the challenge is to be in control at any point of this side leg extension, balancing on the right leg. Tricky. It's tricky. Tons of core controlling this. And the bottom hip is controlling. Hold it out, and now tip away from that leg. That's it. Down and up. Down and up. 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Bring the arms overhead, challenging the core, and bring them back. If you feel this in your lower back, come up a little bit higher. Don't move into the bends so much, right? Because that requires way more muscle strength. And 1 more. And eventually you'll be able to do this on a side angle. Okay, take a little break. Sit back in your heels, have some water. Okay, and then come back and meet me on your knees. So we're going to extend, bring the arms out to the side. We're going to extend the right leg out, slow, and then bring it back, slow. Out, slow, and back. 2 more. 1 more. And hold it. And then bend. Side bend. Down and up. 3, 2, 1 more. Pull the belly in. Hold it. Bring the arms up and down. Up and down. Try not to lean forward. Imagine you're between 2 panes of glass, one in front and behind. And release. And release. Good. Okay, standing up. We did it. We went over by 5. But we did it, so I want us to shake it out. Just shake that out. Let's not stretch it out so that we, turn off the neuromuscular system. We just did all that work to turn it on. So stretching, holding a stretch, right? When we hold a stretch, you essentially are turning off the neuromuscular system and you're asking the muscles to stretch, but we just tightened it all up. Ready for our day. It's gonna be a shake. Flush out any tension, drink lots of water today, and I will see you soon. Have a good one.